All meeting in order, agenda Oromocto Town Council regular session, Thursday, 17th of April, 2025 at 5:30 PM, Oromocto Municipal Building. I'll call for a mover for approval of the agenda. Councillor Carr, seconder, Councillor Kirkbride, questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. I'll call for disclosure of interest. There's none, so we'll move right down. We have the mayor's comments. I only have two. April 4th, Dr. Prosser, a doctor that served 64 years in Oromocto, turned 90, and on April 5th, he had his birthday celebration, and local MP Jenica Adman presented him with the Distinguished King Charles III Jubilee Medal, in which was MP Adman's last official act before retiring from politics. So. And I would also acknowledge the passing of longtime lawyer Rick Roach. He was a lawyer, magician, he played, and he was a good hunter. So I went to his funeral, and I just wanted to acknowledge that. But now we'll get to the adoption of the minutes of the Oromocto Town Council in regular session, 20th of March, 2025 at 5:30 PM in the municipal building. I'll need a mover. Deputy Mayor Mawhinney, seconder. Councillor Daw, questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. There's no petitions, presentations, or delegations, so we move right down the council reports. We start with the RSC 11. Capital Service Region Commission met Tuesday, April 1st at 5 o'clock for lunch, and then the meeting started at 6:30, went to 9 o'clock. That was just the monthly general meeting. Wednesday, April 2nd, the public safety meeting was held at from 6 to 9:30 PM in Hanwell. And then Thursday, the governance committee, we had a meeting at 2 o'clock on April 3rd. The Community Development Committee, Councillor Daw has a report.
Thank you. Yes, there was a Zoom meeting on the April the 8th, and just a few of the agenda items was ESIC and OP4 projects 8 update. They basically went over the as of April the 1st, any of the updates through by title of initiatives, the timeline that they were expected to be done in what quarter, and description and the status to date. Then there was the Region Resiliency Action Plan update by Carrie, and they have set 6 priorities with 13 activities within those priorities, description and the long-term outcome. There's a chart of funding, one activities not started and those in progress. So it was quite interesting. It's very thorough. Activities in each high impact area, such as housing, social service, health and community capacity, and several others. And then Louise Lockhart, who is a senior program advisor out of the Office of the Chief Medical Officer of Health, gave statistics on the capital region. It's quite interesting and very informative presentation. Lady knows her stuff. And then they meeting scheduled for, I believe, May 13th. I had to leave. It was an hour and 15 minutes, and I had to return it. So I believe there will be one May 13th. If not, you know.
Any questions or comments, Council? All right. We'll move on to the Library Committee with Councillor Daw.
Thank you, Bishop. We met on March the 25th. Of course, we went over the presentation of the library needs analysis, which was presented here by Christian and Sarah. And then, like many boards, looking at proposed bylaw changes for May the 27th AGM. They haven't been changed since 2016, so looking to see what needs to be taken care of. And the library is one of the businesses participating in the Old Town's first annual fundraising Easter Cookie Crawl. There's one of 12 businesses. The proceeds are to support OTEC, and what it is you buy a box for $20. They're all sold already, and you go to the different businesses. There will be a math and all that stuff, and you visit the business and get cookies, and then at the end of the day or the event, there's just a big social thing, and the proceeds will, like I said, go to support OTEC. And then there, of course, last month, I believe we spent about $1,000 on new books, so again, they're purchasing some additional new books and some new games. They found that the games are quite popular, so purchasing some of those. Kirsten, as always, gives her director's report. And just wanted to make note, I know that she went over a day in the life of the library, but just to bring attention to the March break programs. I know we're always talking about Ward 4. I was quite impressed that the daycares out there, one of them has a person who has her school bus license. And she has brought the daycare 2 bus loads from Lincoln into the library. They were there for 2.5 hours and there was at least 30 youth from ages 5 to 12. I want to know if it was school or what it was, and they quite enjoyed it. They said they'd come again. It was quite interesting, the programs. And also, she said the March break programs were hit this year, especially all ages, 5+ programs, which were waitlisted, and the capacity was over 70 participants filled in a children's area alone. And I know she mentioned that, I think, because the children area is very small, because I wondered how she got it all in. But they move things around to make it work. They visited with the St. John ambulance, coded the world's UN bound, have no idea what that is, and enjoyed some day games there. And of course, the adult programs continue to be popular with the trivia and the book club and workshops and viewing Canada Reads and the special events that they have in there. And she gave stats, but it's basically the same as it was last time and increasing. So it's, oh, and one thing that they had, which was interesting, was they had a musician. That's one word I usually don't say very well. And it was beyond capacity, and it was quite well received.
What was his name?
And you were gonna ask that? He took over from Pearlie.
Yeah, I know. who you-
Jesse?
Jesse.
Campbell.
Jesse Campbell,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, I've seen him twice and he's really good.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the picture, she has a picture of him.
No offense to Pearlie, but he blows Pearlie out of the water.
And the next library meeting is for May 27th, which will also be the AGM.
Right out. Any questions or comments, council? None? Okay. On to 7D, Oromocto and Area Chamber of Commerce, with Councillor Doggett.
Thank you, Richard. We met on April the 9th, and just a few tidy up things. One was some director meeting attendance requirements, just to make sure that everybody on the board was aware of what those requirements were. Again, bylaws for this group as well. They're going to be sent out for review and recommendations because they haven't, it's been a while since they were updated. And then mostly the Business Awards dinner, I won't say the bad event, the Business Awards dinner update on the activities and a reminder about donations for the silent and live auctions. And then the OHS scholarship information will be posted on the Facebook page. Applications are available on the chamber website, and the deadline for submissions is May the 31st. We need to push that one. And then again, of course, May the 1st is our Business Awards dinner, and our next meeting is May 14th.
Any questions or comments, council? Huh? Okay, we'll move on now to 7E, the Oromocto Pioneer Gardens with Deputy Mayor Mooney.
Thank you, Your Worship. There was no meeting this month.
Okay. All right. We'll move down to section 8, the consideration of bylaws. We'll start with 8A, the first reading by title only of proposed bylaw 510-E.
Thank you, Your Worship. So this is first reading of bylaw 510E, a bylaw to amend the municipal plan bylaw, read first time by title only, 17 April 2025.
Call for a mover, Councillor Henry, seconder, Councillor Whalen. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. Move to 8B, the first reading by title only of proposed bylaw 522-1.
Thank you, Worship. Bylaw, this is first reading of bylaw 522I, a bylaw to amend the zoning bylaw, read first time by title only, 17 April 2025.
Call for remover, Council Von Richter, seconder, Council Daw, excuse me. Questions, all in favor, contrary, motion carried. Move to 8C, the first reading by title only of proposed bylaw 510-F.
Thank you, your worship. This is first reading of bylaw 510F, a bylaw to amend the municipal plan bylaw, read first time by title only, 17 April 2025.
Call for remover. With no one, and then all the hands went up on once. Councillor Kirkbride, seconder, Councillor Henry. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. And the last one, H8D, the first reading by title only, a proposed bylaw 522-J.
Thank you, your worship. This is first reading by title only of bylaw 522J, a bylaw to amend the zoning bylaw, read first time, 17 April 2025.
Call for remover, Councillor Daw, seconder, Council Von Richter. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. If no unfinished business, we'll move down to section 10, new business. Start with 10A, the park security with Deputy Mayor Mawhinney.
Thank you, your worship. Be it resolved that the Director of Recreation and Tourism be authorized to enter into an agreement with Shadow Security to provide security services to the town's parks for a cost of $23,913.04 plus HST. I so move.
Call for seconder, Council Kirkbride. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. Move to 10B, 2024 audited financial statements with Councillor Whalen.
Thank you, your worship. Be it resolved that the town of Oromocto audited financial statements for the fiscal year ending 31 December 2024, presented by T. Saunders, Royal Chartered Accountants, a counseling committee on 15 April 2025, be accepted. I so move.
Call for seconder, Councillor Daw. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. Move to 10C, the Oromocto Area Chamber of Commerce Grant for Business and Beautification Award. The Councillor Daw.
Thank you, worship. Be it resolved that the council provide a grant to the Oromocto and Area Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $2,500 as the sponsor of the prize for the Business Beautification Award. I so move.
Call for seconder. Councillor Carr. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. Move to 10D, the recycling depots with Councillor Henry.
Thank you, worship. Be resolved, the town engineer be authorized to remove the recycling depots at the Oromocto Mall and then Oromocto West effective 1 May 2025. One depot will remain temporarily behind the fire station number 1 on Machine Road.
Call for seconder. Councillor Kirkbride. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. The 10E, the turf field vacuum purchase with Councillor Kirkbride.
Thank you, worship. Be resolved that the purchase of a turf field vacuum from Boyko Golf and Turf in the amount of $42,997 plus HST. Funding is available from within capital account number 9097. I so move.
Call for seconder. Deputy Mayor Mawhinney. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. Go to 10F. 50 Hubbard Avenue Building Demolition Tender Award with Councillor Von Richter.
Thank you, your worship. Be resolved that council award the demolition tender of 50 Hubbard Avenue to Leading Edge Excavation and Trucking Limited in the amount of $725,000 plus HST. Funding is available from the account number 70100-10-1250 and capital account number 9105. I so move.
Call for secondary, Councillor Daw. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. We'll go to 10G, the Hazen Park Ball Field Light Purchase with Councillor Kirkbride.
Thank you, worship. Be resolved the council approves the purchase of LED replacement lighting from Rexall Canada Electrical Incorporated. A lighting division in the amount of $43,000 plus HST. Funding is available within capital account number 9085. I so move.
Call for seconder, Councillor Whalen. Questions, all in favor? Contrary, motion carried. Move to ten H, the policy updates with Councillor Carr.
Thank you, Your Worship. Be it resolved that council approve the amendments for attendance at work, holidays and leave, and return to work policies as reviewed by council and committee on the 15th of April, 2025. I so move.
Call for seconder, Councillor Henry. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. With the ten I, date set for the public presentation of proposed bylaw 510-E and 510-F bylaws to amend the town of Oromocto municipal plan with Councillor Von Richter.
Thank you, Your Worship. Be it resolved that the date for public presentation of proposed bylaws 510-E and 510-F be held in council chambers on Tuesday, 14 May 2025 at 5:30 PM. I so move.
Call for a seconder. Deputy Mayor Mooney, questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. We'll start with ten J, date set for public presentation of bylaws 522-I and 522-J, a bylaw to amend the zoning bylaw with Councillor Whalen.
Thank you, Your Worship. Be it resolved that the date of public hearing of written objections of proposed bylaws 522-I and 522-J be held in council chambers on Tuesday, 17 June 2025 at 5:30 PM. As so moved.
Call for seconder. Councillor Kirkbride, questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. Go to ten K, New Brunswick trunked mobile radio TMR purchase, phase 3 and 4 with Councillor Henry.
Thank you, Worship. Be it resolved that the fire chief be authorized to purchase radios as part of the New Brunswick trunk mobile radio system from Bell Mobility in the amount of $181,752.90, including HST. This is phase 3 of a 4-phase purchase plan. Funds are available from within capital account 9065.
Call for seconder, Councillor Von Richter. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. And the last one, ten L, the appointment of the Monogram Health Center Advisory Committee with Deputy Mayor Mooney.
Thank you, Worship. Be it resolved that council appoint Nicole Tupper to serve as the town's representative to the Monacan Health Center Advisory Committee for a 2-year term effective immediately. I so move.
Call for seconder, Councillor Daw. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. I'll call for a mover for adjournment. Deputy Mayor Mooney, seconder, Councillor Von Richter. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried.